Welcome to this webinar in our series Coping with COVID. Today we're going to talk about being with grief. This is my friend and my colleague Fiona Kennedy, and she is the director of Greenwood Mentors. She's a clinical psychologist, and she and her husband are the authors of this book, Get Your Life Back.
Hi, and I'd like to introduce Emma, friend and colleague, but also an inspirational yoga teacher on the Isle of Wight. So today's theme is being with grief. Grief is a very complicated emotion. I'm sure you've felt it, we've all felt it, it's part of life. It comes when we lose loved ones, and that might be a pet, it might be a significant other, husband, wife, partner, whoever you've lost, and whether you've lost to COVID or not. Grief is complicated. It can involve fear, anger, denial. But mostly what it involves is waves of pain of various kinds. And these waves feel very physical. You can be reasonably okay coping, and then suddenly find yourself doubled up with the pain of grief. And because grief is so painful, it's natural to start to avoid it. So one of the ways that many of us avoid grief is to get very busy. We throw ourselves into work, or we get a big project, or we clean the house a lot of times, or we do anything so as not to feel and not to think and not to experience this pain. What that leads to is inhibited grieving. Inhibited grieving is something we physically and mentally carry around. It affects our ability to negotiate life. It affects how we feel about the future. It can lead to anxiety, to depression, to all kinds of ongoing problems. So what can we do then if we're finding we're doing too much, we're stuck in this busy world? So being is a balance to doing, and I'm going to introduce Emma now to tell us about embodying being.
Yeah, so the doing, the constant need to function, the distraction, the constant juggling, even our yoga time with our lover and our family can, if we're not vigilant, become another item on our to-do list. So we're going to look at doing in a physical way, the asana, and then seeing how that takes us to a place where we can simply be. Working with Ardha Mukha Virasana, which is a variation of hero. Come to the end of your mat and have your big toes touching and your knees apart enough so that you can fit your ribs between your knees. You can take a cushion or something underneath your knees if that helps. Just take a moment to arrive, hands out in front, lightly pushing into the earth and feeling the bottom come back towards the heels. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, begin to walk the hands forward. And you're going to take your head down to rest either on the floor or maybe on a block or a cushion if you can't quite reach the floor. And then you're going to rest here, and I'm going to lift my head so that you can hear me. Take a lovely deep breath in. And as you exhale, let go with a sigh. And again, deep breath in. And let go with a sigh. And then breathing through your nose, create lots of space, 360 degrees around the circumference of your ribs, around your diaphragm. And as you breathe out, soften your face. And now be in this moment with a sense of your existence in this moment. Listen to the sounds outside the room.
Listen to the sounds within the room. Listen to the sounds of your own physical body, the subtle sound of the breath, of your heartbeat, giving yourself space to be, giving yourself space to experience all of your emotions without judgment, without expectation. Space to simply be.
And you might hold that posture for, I don't know, up to as long as you're comfortable. I hope you find it helpful.
Thank you, Emma. And just remembering that giving up the fight with an emotion like grief, making room for it, allowing it to be, is a very healing thing to do and a very courageous thing to do. So good luck with that. Good luck with that work. And let us know how that goes for you. And we look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you.